Okay, in this video, video number 11, we will be talking about how to transfer or share a completed audit with the audit coordinator. So me, or Renato or Santiago, whoever's taking care of the audit from FamilySearch. So here on my screen, I have a screenshot of my phone of the app showing a fully completed work order or audit. You'll notice everything says 100%. And there is, once you hit 100% on all the sections, there will be a transfer option on the top right corner of the app. If you push transfer, I'm going to open up a series of photos here of screenshots. If you push the transfer button, you will be given some choices here. We'll do this screenshot first. Number one, so do you want to, well, first of all, it says, are you sure you want to complete? This cannot be undone. So once you transfer an audit, you will not be able to go back in to that audit and, make changes. So you want to make sure that you have everything exactly the way you want it to be completed. So you have the option to transfer to phone, transfer to SD card, or transfer to both. What this means is, where do you want those files to be saved to? Do you want it to be saved to the internal phone's memory? If you have an SD card inside your phone, you can save it to the SD card, or you can save it to both. In my example here, I selected transfer to phone only because my phone doesn't have an SD card in it. And I received two different messages. The first one said report saved successfully to phone down here. And then I had zip saved successfully to phone. There are two separate files it saves. One is a PDF and one is a zip folder. So you'll know it worked correctly if you get this message. Okay. Once you've done that, you'll want to exit out of the app and go to your main phone screen. And on my phone screen, I have a My Files folder. It may not be located right on, the front or first screen on your phone. You may have to scroll around or find it inside your apps or, different Google groups. But there is an option that says My Files in all Android phones. And if you open up the My Files folder, you will see something like this. You will see device storage or SD card. Now, because I don't have an SD card, I went inside the device storage. So I selected device storage. And it took me to this screen. You will want to select the Android folder right here. So you'll want to press on Android, which will take you here. And you'll want to select the data folder, which will then take you here. And you'll want to look for a folder named bjco.fieldaudittool. And so you'll open that up. And then you'll have two folders. I'm going to open up the Field Audit Reports folder. And here is the audit that I transferred or saved to my phone. I'm going to open up this folder. And I will see two files. We have the PDF and the zip file. So these are the two things you want to share with me or to share with FamilySearch. So I'm going to click on the More up here. And when you press on More, you're going to get these options. And I'm going to select Share. Okay. And if you press on Share, you'll be able to select which files you want to share. So I pressed the little boxes next to each one of those. We want to share both of them. And then I pressed share at the top. Let me go back to the previous screen. So I've selected these two, right? And then I'm going to press share at the top right, which takes me to this screen here. And down here is going to ask you, well, how do you want to share these two things? And I'm going to share using Drive. I want to save to Drive. So you'll notice I didn't see Drive here in my options, but there's a second page. So you can just scroll. On mine, I had to scroll to the left so I could see the option to share to Drive. So each one of you, as a Gmail user, will have your own drives. So you want to save to Drive. When you press save to Drive, it will have the names of the two files. It will ask, what account or what drive do you want to save it with? So it should have your Gmail address here. And which folder in your drive do you want it to save it to? In my case, I'm just decided to save it to the main My Drive folder. You could create a Field Audit folder inside your Google Drive to save it to, but I'm just selecting the main drive folder in this case. And I'm going to hit the save option down here. And then it will exit out of this screen, and you can just exit out of the My Files screens on your phone. And you should be done with that part, saving to your drive. After you've exited all the apps and screens, you'll want to go back to your main phone screen. And on mine, I have all my Google icons saved in as a Google group. It may not be set up this way on your phone, but you'll want to go and find some of your Google icons. Okay. And you'll want to find the one that says Drive. Okay, because we want to go find those two files that we saved to the drive. So I'm pressing Drive on my phone, and it will open up the My Drive screen. Now I have quite a few files saved on my Google Drive, but here they are here in the middle. The two files that we want, the audit, are this Jolly Africa, just audit I made up. Okay, and you see there are little ellipses, the three dots to the right. So if you press on those three dots, you should get some options to share. So the first one here's the PDF. So I pressed on those little dots, and then I'm going to press this share down here. And the first time I did this, it asked me, do you want to allow your drive to access your contacts? And I allowed it. Okay. And then I put in, I'm going to share with jordy@sbba@gmail.com. And I'm going to press send. And it's going to send Jordy an email saying, somebody just shared a file with you. All right. And you'll want to go back and run through the same process again for the zip folder. Okay, so I did it for the PDF up here. I pressed the three dots, and I would go back and do it again for the zip drive. I would press those three dots. It would then ask me, to share down here. So this would not say PDF, right? It would have the little zip icon. So you'd click share just like the last time. It should not ask you to access your contacts again because you've already done that. And then you would put in my Gmail address. I'll have you send all the audit reports to this address for the time being. We may change that and have you send it to a more generic Oral Genealogy Gmail account. But I think to make it easier on me, at the beginning, as we start using this tool, I'd prefer for you to use this address right here when sharing those files. So this concludes video number 11 and the training for the Field Audit tool, or the FAT. And thank you so much for watching all these videos and getting trained on this. And feel free to contact me if you have any questions.